Suvijan, you're
Yeah.
watching Fever FM and I am non-stop Nikki. And by the way, do you know stroke is a major global public health problem? Yes. In fact, in India, stroke is increasingly becoming the main reason for premature deaths and disability. As per World Stroke Organization, 1 out of every 4 people has a chance of suffering a stroke in their lifetime. And that's not all. In our country, around 1.8 million people suffer a stroke. And yes, very few manage to reach a hospital in time. That's some serious food for thought, right? And that's why we have invited our guest for today. Dr. Deep Pillai Merijan is a stroke and intervention neurologist, Believer Church Medical College, Tiruvalla, Kerala, to talk about this. So let's begin with the first question that I'm so sure you all really want an answer for. Doctor, my first question would be, what is brain stroke and how severe is this disease? Let's begin with this, sir.
Good morning to all the viewers. Uh, Today is the World Stroke Day, October 29. World over is celebrated as a World Stroke Day, and there lies the importance of stroke as a major disease affecting worldwide population. So, brain is a very vital organ, and it is in constant need of supply of oxygen as well as nutrients, which it gets through the blood flow to the brain. So, whenever there is a blockage to this blood supply, brain cells tend to die off immediately. So there lies the importance of stroke, and this is what is called stroke. So it can happen in two ways. Either the blood supply to the brain can be abruptly cut off by a blood clot that blocks the blood vessel, or this blood vessel can rupture and cause bleeding into the brain parenchyma. So that when there is a blockage to the blood supply to the brain, it is called a ischemic stroke. And when the blood vessel breaks and bleeding occurs into the brain, it is called hemorrhagic stroke. So I think we will be mainly discussing about ischemic stroke today, and because it is the major form of stroke affecting most of the peoples across the globe.
All right. That is something, all these details are so important for us. And when we talk about, doctor, the symptoms of stroke and how to recognize if someone has a stroke, I think the symptoms, it's so important that we should know, we should be aware of. So today, doctor, what would you mention about that? What would you say about that?
So understanding the symptoms of stroke is very important for each and every one of us, because the earlier we identify these symptoms, the earlier we can start treatment appropriately.
Okay.
So the symptoms of stroke can be easily remembered by a word: B fast, BEFAST. And each of these alphabets represent a symptom of stroke. B is for balance. When you suddenly tend to lose balance while walking, or when you suddenly lose balance of an arm when you're trying to hold something, it can be a sign of stroke. E stands for eye symptoms. When you have a sudden loss of vision in one eye, or you start seeing objects as two, that is called double vision. Or when you notice that you are not seeing one half of the object, it can be a sign of stroke. F is a facial droop. When there is a deviation of angle of mouth to one side, it could be a symptom of stroke. And A is arm weakness. It can be arm weakness or leg weakness. When you stretch your arms upright, you see that you cannot hold the arm straight. It tends to fall down. So it can be a symptom of stroke. S stands for speech. When your speech is slurred, or you notice that other people are having difficulty in understanding what you're saying, or you yourself have a difficulty in understanding what other people are saying to you, it could be a symptom of stroke. And T stands for time, because time is very important. When you notice any of these symptoms, you have to reach a nearest hospital which is offering acute stroke treatment at the earliest, because every second, every minute you lose, your brain ages by like anything, and these defects can be permanent. So T is the most important thing: time you have to reach at the earliest and start treatment at the earliest.
Kya baat hai. I'm sure these symptoms we all will keep in mind. But doctor, are there any ways that we can prevent a stroke? I'm so sure if how many people are watching this, the first question definitely comes in, can we really know how can we prevent it? So what will you say about this, doctor?
Prevention of stroke
Yes, please.
is essentially modification of the risk factors that can lead on to stroke. the most common risk factors that we see in clinical practices, one is uncontrolled blood pressures. So it is very important to control your blood pressure, to control your blood sugars, to control your blood cholesterol levels. And if you are a smoker, it is high time that you stop smoking, and if you have to essentially cut down on your alcohol consumption as well, because these can increase your risk of stroke. And having a healthy balanced diet as well as a good physical activity during your lifetime is also of importance to prevent you having a stroke. So these are the modifiable risk factors which which is under your control, and you can, once you control these risk factors, your chance of getting a stroke can be decreased.
Kya baat hai. And doctor, when you talk about the treatment options for stroke, so if you can take us through that, what are they?
So you have to understand that there is no easy way, or there is no first aid for stroke. The treatment of stroke lies in emergency management of stroke, and that is two ways you can manage stroke efficiently. One is, as I mentioned, when there is a clot that is blocking the blood vessel, you can give a medicine to lyse this clot. You can give a medicine to dissolve this clot, but this medicine has to be given in first 3 to 4.5 hours of onset of the stroke symptoms. Beyond that, after which if you give this medicine, the risks is very high. So what first time you have to understand is that from the onset of symptoms up to 4.5 hours, you can give a IV injectable medicine to dissolve the clot. This is called IV thrombolysis. But if it is a large clot, or if you are reaching a hospital beyond the time of 4.5 hours, the only treatment left for stroke is to remove the clot from the blood vessel, and this is called mechanical thrombectomy or mechanical clot removal. In this, what we do is we take a stent into the blood vessel, into the brain where the clot is there, and you remove the clot using that stent, or you can either remove it with a stent, or you can remove it by suction. So this is called mechanical clot removal. So this can be done up to 8 hours, and in some selected patients even up to 24 hours you can use this method to remove the clot. So these are the two methods we can prevent a permanent disability from happening after a patient has a stroke.
All right. And doctor, always, like you also mentioned, that time is very crucial. So why is there so much discussion about time when we talk about stroke? If we can again emphasize on this, doctor.
The time is of paramount importance because, again, as I mentioned, with every second you lose after you have a stroke, your brain cells keep on dying. So by 1 minute, around 20 lakhs of brain cells are dead after 1 minute of a stroke. So you have to understand how fast the brain dies after a stroke. So one patient has one stroke, his brain ages by around 36 years. So you have to understand the importance of time, because earlier the treatment is started, you can permanently reverse this symptom, this damage, and you can prevent further damage to the brain. So if the stroke goes untreated, this brain cells keep on dying, and the damages will be permanent. So brain is a very vital organ. You have only one brain in your life, and you have to live with that brain for your entire life. Unlike a heart or a kidney or a liver, you cannot transplant a brain. So what brain you have, that is the brain you have to live with for your entire life. So one stroke, your brain ages by around 36 years. So to prevent that damage, earlier treatment is very important.
All right. And everybody knows what current situation we are in. And recent report says that COVID-19 patient, doctor, has even higher risk of stroke. Is it true? If you can just explain it to us, because most of the people are really thinking about this. So about this, doctor, what would you suggest?
So since the onset of COVID from the early 2020s, there are many individual case studies as well as case series coming from different parts of the world as well as from India, which is indicating that COVID has a very high tendency of formation of blood clots in the body. So these blood clots, like any other stroke, can obstruct the blood flow to the brain and can cause a stroke. We are also seeing many young patients who have no other risk factors coming up with stroke. So this because they have a COVID infection. So all these are suggesting that COVID has a higher tendency for getting a stroke simply because the tendency of the blood to clot is very high in COVID patients. So there are many studies coming up in the current in the last 6 months, which is indicating, it is pointing towards these factors. So the clinician should be very much aware of these factors, and when should recognize the symptoms early, and as I mentioned, should start the treatment early in these patients as well.
Kya baat hai. And doctor, what's your message for everyone who listens to Fever FM, who are maybe watching this video right now? What's your message for everybody out there today?
So my message would be, understand the symptoms of stroke, get timely treatment. You have to reach the hospital in time and reach a hospital which has all the facilities for acute stroke treatment, so that you can prevent permanent damage to the brain as well as permanent disability. So understanding is the first step towards any disease conquering process.
Thank you so much for your great insights, doctor. I think all this information is so important, and I'm so sure your words of wisdom and experience, medical advice will help a lot of listeners. And most importantly, let's all be really sure to remember their health tips and practice them, prioritize our health above all. And this stroke day, let's promise to take care of ourselves and, of course, our loved ones around. And stay tuned to Fever 104 FM and to Fever FM Ajan. Thank you so much, doctor, for your time. It was really nice talking to you.